Alright, so one moment. There we go. Alright, so my presentation is on how robotics are helping in the battle against COVID. I'm Thaidan Goguen-Bogdanis, and I'm in the IT version of this course. So, my use case is it's one of the ones from in class exercise 1. The users are mainly the patients. It's about robots in hospitals helping to reduce COVID-19 spread. So this is done by the robots interacting with the patients, and by them doing that instead of doctors, they minimize the spread and keep safety equipment in like maximum supply because robots don't need to actually use it. And they can also help to clean and do various other things. So basically the idea is that robots can help reduce the spread of COVID. The research paper I found is called Artificial Cognition for Social Human-Robot Interaction and Implementation, and it talks about actually implementing new social features to robots to make them a bit more lifelike and easy to talk to and interact with. I found this to be a good study because a lot of the papers that I have looked at about robots helping people with loneliness and that kind of thing is that usually it doesn't make them feel better, and often enough it makes them feel worse because robots often feel like a product, more like Amazon Alexa or the Google version of the same thing, Google Home or whatever it is, where you kind of ask it a question and it has a couple specific responses it might give, but it's not dynamic at all. So this tries to talk about how to make robots more dynamic in their social skills and how they can help people out in their houses. There are still issues though, so this isn't like a complete solution to everything to make robots suddenly very interactable. It's just a good step in the right direction. One of the issues was embodied cognition, which is hard to create, and that's when it's the idea that a robot's mind isn't the only thing that matters socially, it's also its physical place, and so it has to kind of connect its mind to its physical body and say things somewhat based on where it physically is and what it's physically doing, which is hard to kind of simulate the way a human can just do it naturally. My idea for how it would help in COVID is that if social robots were more available, which isn't so much about that research article, but if they were more realistic to talk to, then people would feel less need to go outside, and that would definitely help the spread of COVID-19 be minimized. So currently robots are, like social robots, are more products like Alexa, as I said, and you can kind of tell that they're just faking emotion. But this paper discusses how a robot could actually talk and carry on a conversation more and help you out with tasks around the home, so you wouldn't necessarily feel like you're alone during this time, and so you wouldn't necessarily feel like you have to go outside, and so that after all that you wouldn't risk getting infected or infecting other people. And I think that's a big cause of why numbers are still going up today in COVID, is because people still want to go talk to other people and do things with other people, especially as they're feeling more alone. There's still issues, as I mentioned, as the one I previously mentioned, as well as it's hard for a robot to decide how a process should actually play out, such as performing a task with a human might be difficult in deciding who moves when or where a certain task should be performed, or exactly what order to do everything in to best work for the human. And yeah, so I think I'm just about out of time, and that's all anyways, so yeah.